Guys, I made a video basically small blind, and you're gonna have to make pushes, shoves, and how to call off correctly. Basically, um, basic not in the money bubble right now. So here, I think we are. This guy's jamming, so I think we can call with a6 suited. And if he calls, that's fine. We can cover him as well. It's kind of crazy. Well, he's shoving a6, so guess it was a good call. We have the spades. We don't get there, but I like my thinking. The ace blocker. So if some people ask me like, how far down would you go to, and that's one of the hands right there. Under the gun raises, which is very tight. But I am still gonna three bet queens from the small blind. I'm not gonna cold call here. I'm gonna, I want him to know that I have, like, you know what I mean? I want him to be like, yeah, this guy's got something strong. He's raising here. So, um, he calls, so small bet on this diamond board, which is horrible for us, but we have the overpair and we get raised. Okay, my logic here, guys, is that I'm just going to go with it because, like, he could do this with the ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, 9-10 suited. Like, there's a lot of hands. Like, 9-10 suits is kind of like bottom of his range, so he shouldn't really call that to a three bet. But yeah, maybe this is wrong. I'm very aggressive at times. Let's find out. He had a set of eights, and yep, he cooked me. He cooked the queens. So I mean, this doesn't affect me. If this stuff affects you, you got to not let it affect you. Open. Then we get a jam. Queen nine. I love. It's one of my favorite hands, but just showing that obviously we can't do anything, so we have to let that go. Here, um, again, I'm. You can jam. I'm messing around with tiny three bets from the small blind again, just because sometimes the three bet scares. I play these low stakes, so sometimes when I see a small three bet or whatever, I'm it's sometimes scarier than a jam because jams you can see a6 offsuit, blah blah blah. But when people three bet, it's especially when they have a small stack, it does look strong. So I do this. He calls horrible board. It's like, is this trying to test me? I guess. I think this is just a chat, let go. Like, you know what I mean? When you're beat, or it's just no point, right? We three bet. The guy called, hit all diamonds. We have like just no equity. We're at a final table. I think conserving our chips is a smart thing to do here, and we let that go. Pocket threes. Let's see what happens here. I think we could. I don't want to call with pocket threes. Like pocket four, is getting fives. I think I would. Yeah, threes. I don't. Just it's. I don't know. I feel like we're just giving chips away. I jammed this hand. I want to get like ace five offsuit to fold, ace six offsuit to fold. King 9-0. Like a lot of better hands should fold from this jam. That's why I'm doing the jam. I do not want to play this hand, especially out of position. I do not want to three bet this hand, and I don't want to play this hand. It's 5-4 suited in a final table. Like I said, baby pocket pairs and these garbage suited connectors go down in value. So I'm gonna jam the hands I do not want to play that actually, have some equity. So hopefully it works. It does work. We get them to fold and we chip up. So logic works here. This is actually the better way. I'm gonna start making videos like this. Small three bet here. I love ace four suited. You can jam here. You can just pure jam. I don't mind that either. I think the fold is the wrong answer. You have a strong hand. Again, you're on the bubble. I put it on the bubble stage. Next time I'll put it in the money, so we're in the money, I guess, so we can play a little bit different. This is like 163 players remain. I can't get the info, but whatever. We hit our ace though on a 10-8 board. Jack 9 suited there. King Jack. There's a lot of hands that wrap around this 8 and this 10. Honestly, I think check called fine. we don't have like the best ace anyways, and check raising if we get called just narrows this person's range, even will like really makes it tight to having like 10-8 suited and ace 10 off, ace 10 suited and stuff. So I don't want to tighten their range. Check. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I think we have to call, but it's probably close. It really is. I mean, maybe we can let this go, and what would we have, like, I don't know, 16, 17 big blinds. Yeah, maybe. But we have top pair, and on these boards, though, you do got to look. There's no flush draw. I know it's like the 7 came and whatever, but there's no flush draw. I'm curious. I feel like it's like a fucking ace 10, ace 8 type of hand. Oh, it is ace 10. It's a 2 pair. Yeah, it makes sense. Like after you do these drills so many times, it really does. All these hands just start to make sense. I'm gonna open up my own little poker coaching thing. It's gonna be $5, and I'm gonna do study sessions for everybody. Here, I think look, dude. This is like, if you're like novice and stuff, I'd fold this. If you're not comfortable playing post flop, fold this. If you get really aggressive and try to get fancy syndrome, fold this. I'm literally just set mining here against 2 players. I think it's fine just to call with the pocket fours here. And once you don't hit, don't think about anything. Don't be like, well, look at this board, man. It's I think I could do something. Just be like, I didn't hit my set. I'm getting the hell out of here. There's 163 people left. I freaking spent 7 hours in this tournament. Pocket fours is not the way I'm going out. Even if it goes check, 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 I get it. Everyone's capping their range. Can't call this bet, man. Like, what do you expect to win? Like, how? Like, what do you expect that you're beating? And what are you gonna do on the river? Like when this guy puts the 52,000 in your face, just fold. It was maybe just even a bad idea to call, but I don't think it was. Like I said, if you play it the way I told you to play it, you're fine. Okay, here's interesting because a small stack kind of opening, and then we get this person ripping it in. Again, I can't fold the ace king here. I'm just gonna fucking go all in here. Could fold this person out, and it could just make me versus the queen. Nope, called with ace 10, so that was a mistake for that person. King 8, I don't mind that jam against him. I don't like the call by the ace 10, though. But we did end up winning a big pot there. King, queen, trouble hand for some. I think this is good enough to call. I do. I think I know a lot of people fold here, and I like knocking people out. I like making their life miserable. I like when they like have fucking king 10 here, and I'm like, hello, I got king queen. But I don't know, 8 9, and that's a perfectly acceptable jam, and he hits his 8 and whatever. Oh, we hit our king. That's cool. We win, but I don't mind his jam. That's a good jam, 8 9. I don't, I hope other players in the low stakes are taking notice on the hands that people are jamming with, because you need to be doing the same thing. We just open the jacks and we get raised, jammed all in on. So definitely could be doing this with like any Broadway cards, pocket pairs, ace X. I mean, yeah, Jack 10 suited. Like I said, Broadways. Pretty much have them crushed in a way. Just kidding. The river comes for you, and you get to stay in the tournament. I do not. We don't sweat the small things. We don't sweat the small things. Here, I'm just showing you don't go all in with fours here. Like, boom, bet, all in. Like, yeah, we cover these people. Like, I see people in bounties, maybe they would go after this if but oh no, you don't cover this person. Right? See, when you really look, yeah, it's a fold. Nothing you can do. Pocket threes. So we're getting a lot of pocket pairs. Here we're jamming. We're just jamming. I think before it was cut off, maybe, and I had pocket threes. Maybe not. I don't know. I just think, yeah, fuck it, man. Pocket threes right here is a good jam. Button open, pocket threes, shove Rooney, and we do cover the person, which does really matter. So if we end up flipping and losing, we're still in the tournament. But they fold. That's what the beauty of pocket pairs can do, that you can just fold out a lot of like hands that have like pretty good equity here. We're going to jam this versus the cutoff open. I think pocket nines is very strong. We could like make this 40,000. But again, pocket pairs, I just kind of want to jam my pocket pairs unless they're tens and jacks and, even because even nines, and then the board, if I three bet this, he calls and the board comes like 10 queen 3 or whatever. I don't feel good about my nines, I just don't. So like these types of hands are just better to rip, take it down, and literally just bank $25,000 in your thing. So here, under the gun open, so you kind of have to respect that range. Like ace, it's pretty tight range. It's like 10%, 12%, maybe even 15%. Very, very tight range. Pocket eights, it's pocket eights, pocket nines. Those very strong, mid to strong pocket pairs. Kind of have to call here. Oh no, it got real dicey real quick here. So this guy jammed all in, and this guy called, and now with the odds, I have to call. I think if I fold, it's close. It's a weird spot because we can fold technically and just get out of this pot. But man, if like that 8 hits and all you had to do is put in the extra 30K, and you'll be so mad looking at the screen. And we still have 132,000. So I think we have to implied odds here. If we hit the 8, we're golden. Oh, well, we got a flop like this. Interesting flopperoonie because we have the overpair, and what, a 5 helps us too. So I think we're gonna have to go with this hand. So like I already know, like this is what you should be doing too. Like don't just look at your hand and like what, like, think ahead, dude. Like what, turn river. Like so if I bet this hand, there's all bad. I don't know. Just think ahead. I'm sorry, I'm thinking too much right now. All right, love the 6. I love it. I don't think anybody has it. Jam, just pot. So making their pot odds not so great. Not so great. And wow, we get called by both. And that's just that's just tournament poker, man. You know what I mean? Like they both call with a hand that really shouldn't call, and they both get there. So, if you can't take that, play cash. And if you really don't like the variance as much, you can play sit and goes. They're just not as fun. Like they're more, you're playing short stacked a lot, and it's just a lot of pushing and shoving and sit and goes. So just keep coming here. I'll keep teaching you tournaments. Like I'll do some deep runs and show you that they're very easy to get through. Here we might just call to try to be like tricky. Yeah, you know what I mean. We're gonna play some fancy play syndrome here because I have aces and I want to be in this pot with this person. Check. Go ahead, bet. I wouldn't even raise here on this 4-4-10 board because I'm just not afraid of anything. There's no 4s in that person's range. If he has pocket 10s, so be it. We're dead. The money's gonna get in anyways, but we cover him. So another positive thing. We have a full house. Just literally like king high, queen high. Holy shit! That even king jack. Yeah, see, just targeting that, and that was pretty good. That was like a good chip up there, right there. We have to call this or jam this. I know I don't like this spot either, but we do have pocket 5s. They're a pretty strong hand. We've seen ace 6-0. If you guys have been paying attention, we've seen this person jam some weird hands. I think pocket 5s. You just kind of knock on wood. You hope it's like ace 5 offsuit and or ace 3, like something like that. King 9, we can deal with that. We can fight king 9-0. This is why we call with the pocket pairs, baby. They're strong. They knock somebody out. You got to get out of your comfort zone and do these types of things. Pocket pairs are strong, shovable hands. Okay, they are. Shove it. Again, shove it. can't call, right? We can't call with the threes. We can't just set mine. And if you want to three bet pocket threes, you can. I'm not saying you can. I don't hate that move. It's kind of cool. But this scares him more because it's a tournament life. And he calls with King Jack, you know? To me, I think he just made a mistake. I think he made a mistake. I think King Jack, you don't call. I think King Queen, you can call. King Jack, what Tony G would say, King Jack, get on your bicycle, King Jack. All right, guys, cool shit, man. Thank you for anybody that's been subscribing or liking the videos. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to put a little more effort into these and really just give out good information. So thank you. On to the next, guys.